Alright. Good evening, and welcome back to another stream of Senua Saga Hellblade 2. With the last stream for this game, we are going to play for the last chapter, which shouldn't take us much more than about an hour or so. And yeah, wrap up the hard difficulty playthrough. And then I would still like to watch the feature. Yes, this one. Because last time we didn't actually watch it. It's gonna be good to be kind of like seeing the behind the scenes of this game as well, and how they're explaining some of the changes, especially when it comes to Senua and her companions. But yeah, welcome in. Hey there, Shilla. Ahoy. How's it going, dude? Hope you had a good rest of your weekend. Hey there, Dr. Darling. Welcome in as well. Aha! A late, sneaky stream. Yeah, I was actually thinking about streaming this afternoon, but then I wouldn't have been able to do it for like a, a longer time, I guess. So I figured it would be like more chill doing it this evening. So I don't feel like, I have to be like done in time for something specific. So yeah, we are going to go and end this game today. Tonight, rather. Shella, you good? Weekend was awesome. You're currently trying to explore a bit in Witcher and building yourself a grand deck. That's a nice idea. That's actually the first thing I've done in Witcher 3 when I played the game and got to Velen. Because I wasn't actually too much into the game. I actually played it because a friend of mine really wanted me to experience the game. So it was kind of like watching me while I started my playthrough up until like probably like Novigrad or something. And yeah, I wasn't too into it, but I did actually, really get into the Gwent side game at first a lot more. So I just like ended up going from vendor to vendor, challenging everyone for the unique cards, and just like, spending much more time on Gwent than playing the actual game. But yeah, the actual game and its mechanics really grew on me though, and now it's like one of my favorite games of all times. What especially took me a bit of time to get into was whole like crafting and alchemy, but now I love it. Definitely quite an intricate kind of system of all the materials, and I can also like dismount the stuff sometimes to get certain materials you might need to then craft something different and those kind of things. But yeah, it sounds like a good plan. I hope it's going well with the Gwent playing and building of the decks. No worries, Dr. Darling, above the caps. Hey Vaora, welcome in. How's it going, citizen? Good over first redemption, you just got the damn notification. That would have been chiller. You have to blame Schiller for that. But yeah, he was just faster, I mean, traveling within Germany versus traveling from the United States to Germany. You have a reason why he's faster. Plus we have an Autobahn. But not for internet though. Alternate roads are probably like the slowest. Sure, you like it, but not love it though. But you can only judge it properly after first full playthrough. That's definitely fair. That's how I like to treat games as well, what I play for the first time. I'm gonna give them the benefit of doubt. I'm gonna try to hold back with my judgment of a whole game until I've actually experienced all of it. But yeah, sometimes I guess you know if you really like, I guess, certain mechanics or like aspects of a game immediately. One of these days you'll be first. I mean, who knows? Especially with like later starts as well to the streams recently. I guess your chances of being first do increase with that. It's not like super early in the morning or like night still for you. Exactly, should I blame Thomas? He's an internet phenomenon. Everyone blames him. Autobahn for internet sounds insane. Yeah, I wish we had something like that over here. You know, just like no limit for speeds. But everything is limited and quite low. Well, I guess kind of catching up in cities at least with like internet connections, but it's nowhere on the same level as it is in like comparable advanced countries. It's noon here, but it's Sunday, so it's basically your morning. Yeah, fair. Yeah, must be like, I don't know, 3 PM or something? 2 PM? Over here just past 9 PM in the evening. But yeah, so we are now in chapter 6, Borgarvirki, and it's the last and also one of the shortest chapters, I think. And yeah, we're gonna have to face also the toughest fight in the game, which is gonna be the slaver, the one who's been enslaving Senua's people, among others, and sacrificing them to nature, essentially, you know. They kind of like talk about nature and extreme, you know, nature occurrences similar to the giants. And they're sacrificing the people to quench the thirst of the giants, I guess, and please them. But Senua, of course, has found a different way. And even some of the slavers, people like his own son, believe so. So we're gonna go over together and bear witness to what, you know, Senua has done. And see if we can't convince the big bad slaver from following Senua's ways. But we're gonna find out, I guess. Not like I already spoiled the boss fight. At 12 PM, okay. Damn, so 9 hours? Yeah, that's true. You still have your whole, you know, Sunday in front of you, pretty much. But yeah, let's go back into the game, shall we?
What is it like, Borgarvirki?
It is cheerless in winter. But the people are fed and housed and safe.
Safe. She knows why they're safe. Safe because of the blood.
What were you going to?
Oh, hold on. The game is actually a lot louder than usually. Let me lower that a bit. Or quite a bit, actually. Yeah, my usual starting time would be like in the middle of the night, basically, for you.
Do when you reached it, before you knew about the giants. Kill my father.
I came here to stop him taking my people as slaves. I think I could have killed him.
She might
to make it all stop. But I didn't know everything then.
What good would it do?
I wonder now. Would killing him have changed it? The darkness runs deeper. The Björk fear the giants, and you'll do anything to be safe from them.
They would keep murdering us.
If I had killed your father, would someone else have taken his place and kept the blood
Yes,
flowing?
they all believe in love.
We couldn't see any way to be
We needed
different.
to show him, show all of them. Show them how to fight the giants.
But now,
It's different. It's different. No, she can't trust him. Don't trust him. Don't.
Nah, I would say trust him. Don't listen to her voices. Just having a look here if there's any faces in the walls that we might be able to spot. But I don't think so.
Wait, is this Hjarnviður?
what?
They're scared.
We shouldn't go through here.
No.
Why not? What is this place?
Why?
Those who enter here don't always come back.
What does he mean?
We could go around it, or we would need to backtrack. And it would add a day or two to the journey.
More than a day or two if we're dead.
This is the path we need to take.
No, she's not listening to
I'll
us.
lead you through.
All
She's
right,
so sure. How can you be so sure?
let's go.
He is with you. The others will not follow.
After you.
Lead the way.
She doesn't know what she's leading them into. You don't know what you're doing.
What do you know about this place?
This place is nothing special.
There's something malevolent in here.
Something evil.
Something
What
you
is it?
can't fight.
Something he can't fight.
Spirits, or the hidden folk nobody knows.
The hidden folk will help us. If
Those
it
that
is
make
them,
it out,
it could be something
they
worse.
come back changed.
Changed. Changed how? What does that mean?
Changed how?
Fearful. Scattered. Like they left something behind.
They left their souls behind. Don't lose your soul, Senua. No.
That's never a good sign.
You don't know what's in here. I can feel their fear. You've been here before. A night forest. A haunted place. You know what to do.
There is no way through.
We have to go back.
Wait.
You can find a path where they cannot. Look for it. Look.
I can feel something watching us.
Watching. Where? I don't like the sound of this. You can't feel it. Why?
Have your weapon to hand.
Weapons will not help you here.
Your sword
Here.
is no good.
Keep steady. Try not to jump at shadows.
What do you know of shadows? We know. You found a way through. Yes. Will they follow?
Do you hear that?
What?
Something is following
What does
us.
she hear?
Just alongside. Listen.
I think I can hear it.
I don't like it. This place is not quiet.
Not calm.
Noises everywhere.
Everywhere.
Probably voice in the head need to drink less caffeine. You think they're so jumpy? Distant screaming isn't a good sign either. Definitely isn't. And yeah, you're right. I should definitely do something to like calm them down. Maybe think first and voice a concern later.
Listen. Why can't I see it? Wait, there. Above us. What is that?
Do you see it, Senua?
I think it's a river you hear.
Let's keep going.
Astrida is scared.
Why isn't Senua?
We passed this way before.
This place is shifting.
We're going in circles.
Changing.
It's so confusing.
What to do?
How? This way's blocked. We'll have to find another. Fargrimma. Where are you?
They trusted you.
You brought them here, and now you let them get taken?
How could you?
It's your fault.
Alciter.
She didn't want to come here with you.
You made her.
Now you have to find her.
I can't find you.
She's gone.
Gone forever.
She's dead because of you.
Dead.
Did they turn back, or
Augusta,
he's gone too?
They're all gone.
where are you?
You brought them here.
You brought them here. Now they are lost,
You brought them here to die. Don't listen to him. They followed you.
doomed to die alone in darkness,
Stay strong.
or crawl out, cowering, witless shadows.
Here's the shadow.
You bring death with you, Senua.
He will follow you.
You brought them here to die.
Yep, we lost them alright. First going in circuits, then losing your companions. The journey is just going as planned, isn't it? Walking in circuits, losing companions, classic horror movie setup. That is true. I'm about ready to be chased by something horrific. Like a werewolf or something.
They followed you.
They trusted you.
They shouldn't have.
You led them to their death.
How could you? You can't find them.
She can.
She might find them.
Keep looking. You might save them.
They're all dead.
Alciter.
Who's that?
A figure.
Someone there. Astrida is alive.
She's safe.
You have to help her. You called her.
I'll stay there.
I don't see you. Why can't she see you?
Senua, is that you?
She's terrified. So lost.
I thought I'd lost you.
Lost in the
I'm
darkness.
here. Where are the others? I don't know. I turned around and you were all gone.
She's
What is
terrified.
happening? There are voices at the edge of hearing and movement all around.
You understand this?
Figures in the shadows.
You know what that's like. You know it.
I think I see them in the trees, but when I look again, there's nothing there.
You can help her. Her fear. It makes her see what isn't there.
None of this will hurt you. Don't let it rule your mind.
That's it.
I can fight things I can see.
Yes.
Things that bleed when struck with a spear. I'm lost here.
She has changed.
I know how you feel.
We know.
Believe me.
We understand.
But we have to keep going.
Understand. Stay strong, Estrada.
I will get you through this.
She can help her. You
Yes.
can help her.
Yes.
You can get her out of here. Follow her.
People say this place burrows into your mind and finds your fears, then torments you with them. I only half believed.
She knows what it's like. You know what that's like. This place is preying on them. Their darkest fears.
Yeah, or if like anyone knows empathy for how it feels like.
I don't want to be alone here.
Help her.
It's Senua.
River upstream. I'll find my way across to you, I promise.
You have to. Can you make promises, Senua? Promises you can't keep. Can you keep your promise? What if you never see her again? What if you never see her again? Lost forever.
Who's there?
A figure. Vargrim. Is it? Who is it? So dark now. Misty. Misty. Dark everywhere. It's him. Vargrim.
Vargrimmar.
Senua? Senua, is that you?
Lost. He is different. Changed.
There's a fog around me,
Yes.
before my eyes,
He can't see. That's like.
inside my head.
He has lost himself. Lost himself to the darkness. He can't stay here.
I
Slipping away.
try to have faith,
You need more than faith.
to keep them from falling apart. But there's something dark in this place.
Darkness. He sees it.
Moving through it. Rotten and tainted.
His own darkness. Help him. Help him.
You are Vargrimmar. Wondrous mask.
Yes, tell
Who
him.
can find his way anywhere. Can see the light in anything.
He saw the light in you. He saw it.
And it grows dark now. And I cannot see the way.
Help him. He helped you.
I'm lost here.
You were lost and he helped you.
Follow the sound of the river. I will find you.
He is fading. You have to get him out of here. He is not strong enough. He doesn't have long. He always knows what to do. And now he's lost. Lost forever. Doubting. Blinded. In this place. She did this to him. This place did this to him.
However, did they get separated so fast? Yeah, sometimes ask that myself. But I guess the woods are playing some serious tricks on our main characters here. It's like you look around and all of a sudden everything has changed and you're all alone.
Don't run away.
You want to keep them safe.
Don't listen to him.
See how they mill around. Lost lambs, so afraid,
You
blind,
could still save them.
alone. You'd do anything to keep them safe, wouldn't you?
This is your darkness speaking.
But you can't save everyone, Senua.
Maybe she can.
Sometimes there are choices to be made.
Which one are you going to save?
What will you choose?
Senua. You chose her. Thank the gods. I thought I'd lost you again.
At least she is a fighter.
She can fight alongside you.
But what about Borgarvirki?
So last time I chose Fagrama.
In his own.
I want to see what happens if I choose her.
We'll stay together now. We need to find Fagrama. He can't be far. Come on.
Find the others and find your path again, Senua.
Who's there?
There he is.
It's me.
Come on. He's safe.
Senua? I hope you had escaped.
He hoped for
Thought
her.
I'd be lost you forever.
He would sacrifice
wouldn't
himself
matter.
for her.
If you'd had made it on to Borgarvirki.
She hasn't earned that.
We'll make it out of here. Come with me. Stay close.
To be fair, you'd also be lost. No hut or path is nuts. It does really help that both games are kind of like somewhat linearly structured. It's like very self-contained locations where you usually only have like 2 choices to go. So that really helps. But it's still, of course, easy to lose your orientation in like, you know, kind of like puzzly sections like these. Definitely meant to feel lost in a way.
Where's Thorgester?
I thought I saw him. He was following me, sword drawn.
That wasn't him.
Thorgester, where is he?
Thorgester.
He's changed, different now. His eyes are red. Has he been crying? Something has happened here. What's happened?
What happened to you?
Something terrible.
I think I saw
What did he see?
Something changed him.
something I had to do.
What was it?
What did he have to do?
I didn't want to do it. He forced my hand.
Who?
Something terrible.
Who?
A vision.
No. It's nothing. Just tricks.
Is it real? Oh,
Nothing is ever nothing.
Let's leave this place.
get out now.
His past haunts him.
Get them out of here.
Yes, get them out of here.
But yeah, I reckon his father made him do all kinds of things that he initially didn't want to do. Or that way, you know, difficult on his conscience. Or this might have been a vision of a future, you know. Who knows, maybe his father would have made him kill Senua, you know. But he doesn't want that to happen. Could be. I feel like a bit of PTSD in the morning. Right? It's like the sudden realization of like, oh, that happened.
Up here.
You almost did kill Senua in the beginning. It's interesting because in the fight he would have had plenty of opportunities to actually kill Senua. But he thought that she was too valuable to actually, you know, kill her and just wanted her to give up instead. Who knows, maybe, you know, initially he thought she would be worthy of a sacrifice or something. Wouldn't have surprised me if that was his reasoning for kind of like giving her multiple chances to get him. Because yeah, if Senua didn't actually fight with dirty tactics, she probably would have lost that fight. Or maybe he actually respected, you know, her warrior skills and who knows. didn't really
Getting closer. The supplanter. The one who wants my crown. I've built a place of safety where we can live as we used to. And once I bring them all under my wing, we will all live in peace and prosperity. All we need to do is feed the giants with lives that don't matter. Because they're not our own, not us, not real. We will build back to where we were. But the giants will make us stronger. That's why I made them. Took the fear, the confusion, the panic of an arbitrary world where death can come from anywhere. Took that fear and gave it a name. And they will see how I love them. All I've ever wanted is for my people to be safe. And they were. Until she came along. It's no time now to question or look back. The choice is made.
Gotta say, it's so cool actually hearing his narration. But yeah, as he says, you know, he just created a fear and he named it the Giants. And that's what he's using to control his people, you know. They're so focused on this fight against the Giants that they don't really focus on, you know, important problems that he might be causing. Gee, reminds me of, you know, some political debates today that I don't want to get too much into. But, yeah, something similar is happening in Germany too. With the far right. Creating problems that, you know, don't actually exist that way. It's the same here in the States. Yeah, unfortunately, it's the same in like many countries right now, like also all across Europe. But, yeah, that's why it becomes even more important. Speak your mind and vote for the things that one believes in. But yeah, we did actually have votes for state elections today. At least where, you know, I live. And fortunately, the far right didn't actually win. But, or at least, as far as I know so far, because it hasn't fully finished counting yet, I don't think. But it's pretty clear that they're gonna come in second. Which is still, you know, much stronger than I would like, but was like legitimate fear that they would, you know, become first. But yeah, similar to many people voting for the far right, you know, out of like protest or something. Many people, you know, voted for the other party out of protest against the far right, which kind of worked out, I guess. You have a big election in November and you're just already tired of it. I don't blame you. I mean, the whole, you know, electoral debate in the United States has been bonkers this year, honestly. For everything that's happened. Yeah, one of the most wild, most polarizing ones, probably. And I mean, there's been plenty of polarizing ones. Bonkers is definitely a word for it. Yeah, couldn't have put it better. Hey for Bioshock, welcome in. Good afternoon to you. And how's it going? I hope you're having a nice weekend. Yeah, I think we're almost ready to meet the people of Forgerster. The slavers. Sometimes I seem to see like something that could look like a face in the walls, but then it's not.
We're not far now. We can see it from here.
There. Borgarvirki.
Borgarvirki. Borgarvirki. Yeah, I can't pronounce it properly.
She followed us across the land, using my poor son. Then that idiot, Fargrimer, leading her here. I loved that man once, called him friend, though he was always strange. But he broke with us when I told him my solution to the giants.
I wonder why he took a problem with sacrifices. Like these here.
Are they still? Yes. They're still alive. You can feel it. How could they? Suffering. Look. They are for the giant sacrifices. Monsters. Monsters. How can they?
What is that?
Make it stop, Senua.
That is
You have to.
where we sacrifice the offerings.
Monster.
People. Þorgestur.
Yes. People.
It's where you sacrifice people.
People.
It's where you tie them up and watch them die.
Slowly release them.
We have to rescue them.
We'll go inside. I'll tell my father, and he will cut them down.
Light is fading
Can't
fast.
just leave them.
They're suffering.
You can't. You can't.
Ástríður, Fagrima, can you please cut them down?
So much
Who's
suffering.
going in?
Bjark know you. And Ástríður. And I don't like you. I don't want to start anything before I've spoken to my father.
You don't know yet, Senua.
Okay. Just me and Þorgestur then.
Tell him. They will help them.
Rescue the people and keep them safe.
We will.
Yes.
We'll come back.
But wait until we are inside.
Go. Are you really going to just walk in? They will kill her for sure. She has to. Thorgestur will tell them. You trust him? Look what his father does. Look what her father did. They are not their fathers. She is different. We are different. He is different too.
She's come so far. I have to grudgingly admire her. It's a harsh land. And she made it here, with her followers in tow. My son. My son. And the others. Ástríður, a thorn in my side always, just like her father. Refusing to listen to me when all I want is peace and safety.
Yeah, you just deeply misunderstood, aren't you?
Something is wrong with him. Something's not right. He is frightened.
You're worried.
I wasn't supposed to come back
He would
empty-handed.
have dragged you here in chains, Senua.
But all's well. He'll forget about that when he hears what we have to tell him.
But has he changed? I don't trust anything he's saying. He wants to change, does he?
They've spotted us. Will they want to chain me up again?
I won't let that happen.
Really? Maybe the Biag will tell him. And then what will you do?
It's me! Thorgestur!
Who is he with? Them or you?
Trust me. however it might seem.
There's no turning back now.
I'm with you.
It's what he wants to believe that is it the truth. Gates are opening, Senua.
Gorgester!
Is he strong enough?
Gods,
Are you strong enough?
I thought you were dead.
Me? Dead? I would see you dead first, often.
He plays their game. He talks their talk.
It is good to see you, my friend.
She's with me.
The others.
You are safe with him. He is welcomed here.
We're returning from ill.
Stay close.
3 days of clear skies.
Maybe you trust him. But do you trust the others?
Approaching a nuclear
Devastation everywhere. Who knows if they will listen to him?
spy.
All I had lost, and all I had to lose there, here. My son, I thought would take my burden from me. This is the last sign.
His father's influence is strong.
Your father's influence was strong, but he is not his father.
You are not your father.
You know what it's like to have a father like his. You can show him the way. There is nothing you can do.
Even if he wants to have changed, is it possible?
You can help him.
But can he help himself?
You have to stay with the plan now. There's nothing you can do.
There is no turning back now.
But are you really ready to meet this kind of evil? This kind of monster?
Your purpose. Are you ready, Senua?
No.
She has to be.
If they have not returned, the others are lost.
Who is this you have brought? She does not look like a slave.
She wants to join us. I bring news often. News that will
The last sign. Circled around in red, we raise it up in defiance of the night. Of all to shield us from the savagery. But we let the true darkness just walk in. I should have stopped her.
And this building looks amazing. I love the feel for how big it is, but also the lighting. The lighting in general in this game is on another level.
To keep my son on the right path, I tried. I took the reins. I tried. I wanted to keep them safe. My people. I found a way that they could live. No blood or tears. My son. My people.
Look at him,
Sitting there on his throne.
worshipping himself.
Borgarvirki, my boy. You've returned.
The Godi. It makes my skin crawl.
This isn't going to work.
When we did not hear from you, I fear the worst.
He does not care for his
How
son.
was your raid? Where are the slaves you brought?
Dead, all the lost
We hit
ones
a
dead.
storm coming into land. I'm sorry,
Don't apologize.
but Father, we found something more important.
Let's see if this man can listen.
I doubt it.
Something important, you say? A souvenir from your travels.
Calls us a
Father,
souvenir.
listen.
Souvenir.
The giants, they can be killed.
I can kill them. We can kill them.
This woman Senua, she knows how.
He won't believe you.
Give him a chance.
Look in his eyes. Show him who you are.
A souvenir that kills giants.
He doubts.
Why?
The giants cannot be killed. No more than gods
Tell
can.
him.
I've seen it with my own eyes. Seen 2 giants turned to stone.
He doesn't believe.
I can kill them.
And I could kill you. We could kill you.
This is nonsense, Thorgester. And dangerously close to Gotgau.
You should kill him.
You cannot defy the giants. I alone know how to keep them at bay. Do not turn your back on me.
You must. He must.
He has caused
You
so
are
much
a
pain.
simpleton.
He needs the giants to give him power. He uses the giants to control people. Make Thorgester understand.
He needs to understand.
There will be no swaying him. I have known men like him.
Listen to her.
Theirs must be the only voice.
This is his chance to change.
I will convince him.
No, he is weak.
He wants to fight. He just needs to believe it is possible.
He loves his father.
Thorgester.
She is a liar,
Never have trusted him.
and you an idiot.
Senua.
This is some trick to overthrow us and destroy all we have built.
Stay calm.
You will watch beside me tonight as the giant takes his tribute.
You get out.
See how indomitable, how terrifying it is.
There will be no tribute.
See how there is no chance in hell you could defeat it.
We have defeated them.
And see how I turn it aside. How I control it through my
death, he is
sacrifice.
She has nothing now.
How it leaves us in peace.
Peace for who?
He will kill her, destroy her.
See how I have saved my people.
Never have come here.
There are no people waiting down there. What will happen
It's
when he
nearly
finds out?
time. Follow me!
Thorgester, stop him.
Stop.
Why doesn't he do something?
He is weak. You should never
He
have
said
trusted
he
him.
was with us.
The sacrifices are gone! Free! There's no one there.
Now!
The giant. It's come.
Take her down to the gate.
Light fades, Senua.
Make you strong.
You will die here,
Rage them.
and nothing will have changed.
Afraid of yourself. Don't go. Fight. Do it for them.
Get
Find the moment.
blocking everything.
We will finish him. He is pathetic. You are fast. You can win. You need to survive.
Get out of his way. Toy.
Fight. You are smarter than him. Does it taste your blade? What are you doing? So much faster than him. They hate you. Can you feel the hatred? Doubtful.
Senua! The giant is coming!
I know. The slaves. They're safe.
What happened?
The Godi wouldn't
I
listen.
told you he wouldn't.
He knows we freed the sacrifices.
Like your father.
He wants to offer me instead.
The Thorgestr.
He was weak.
I don't know.
He didn't try to stop them.
I knew we couldn't trust him.
Yes, she is
Where's
right.
the Godi? We kill him. Now.
Let's
Wait!
end this.
End this.
Senua, We need to kill the giant right here, right now, in front of the Björk. Show them the truth, just like you showed Torkester.
They'll never learn. All they understand is death. We need to end this so we can be free.
She's right.
Again.
Kill the Godi.
What are you going to do, Senua?
What?
Senua?
Fagram. I don't know.
She can't. She doesn't know his name.
Thorgester.
Come on.
He needs you.
Maybe it's a trick.
A trap.
To lure you in.
And then kill us.
Kill us.
Don't be stupid.
Be careful. This is some kind of trick.
She is not listening again.
She trusts
What are you
Thorgester.
going to do?
We told him already.
I don't know its name. I don't understand.
We cannot fight him yet.
I can't fight it yet. I need time.
We need his name.
We need his name.
Alright, he invented the giants, he invented the roots. How convenient that only he knows how to sew things. Yeah. It really is like, you know, Senua is standing in his way of controlling the people through fear. And that can't be. I actually wonder if it was her own sword or if she took the sword of the enemy right there. Wasn't quite clear to me. It almost looked like she took it out of the sheath of the enemy.
See what he could become.
Others don't.
But didn't pay good enough attention to that detail.
You have to stop this, Senua.
Keep your promise.
The giant. It was a trap. Get ready to fight. Remember what you fight for, Senua. Don't show weakness. They've captured Astrida and Fargrimman.
We will save her.
We will protect everyone. Prepare yourself to slowly. They want to kill you. Kill the innocent people. They don't deserve any. They are fast, but you know what they are going to do. What are you doing? So much faster.
Come on, get up. You can do nothing. Get up.
They are pathetic warriors.
Make them fear you.
Use your rage. He's pathetic. You are fast. You can win. So strong. They enjoy killing. Make him pay. Not just strength. He can beat you. Better than you. How will you ever win this?
There's some really weird teleporting going on in this sequence. Where we just like reach the end of a region and just teleport closer to me.
Now you will be food for the giants. And your blood will give us another day of peace and safety. Do you hear that, woman? Hear him coming? The most glorious of them all. The tyrant. The king. We have an understanding here. An unspoken connection. I give him blood, and he gives me power.
Rage, Senua, your fear. Fight, do it for him. Get free of him and kill. Through hate. Everything he is.
No! You question me? You have lived through this with me, seen all I have seen, and you question me? I am the only one who knows what to do in this new world. The only one. Do you hear me? This ends now. You fall into life like the others, or you will die.
You are the one we chose. You who have died from this, lived through this. Do you see yet?
When the darkness came to this land, when the fire spilled from the mountain and the ash blotted out the sun, it wasn't the end. People starved and suffered.
Homes were destroyed and leaders fell.
The ties of friendship loosened, and each one fought for their own. But in this sea of chaos, one rock stood firm. He said, I know what to do. Follow me, and I will save you. He meant it. Wanted to keep them safe. His people. Then he saw that fear made the people turn to him. They trusted him, obeyed him, raised him above the others. Their fear made him strong.
Or daily sacrifice are kind of a lot, dude. Kind of seems like he and the giants are besties. Yeah. They're probably his best friends, for real. Because nobody else likes him. His imaginary friends, the giants. Hey there, AC, welcome in. How's it going? Was me the other day in your D&D DBD match. If it was, sorry if you left me to die. You don't play the game properly. You just boop. That's it, just boop. Yeah. Sheila actually sent me a screenshot of the user Crocodile. And was like, was that you playing the game? But yeah, it wasn't Vo. I've never actually played Dead by Daylight before. But yeah, definitely funny to see that username. Because the way that that person wrote it was the way that the Pokemon is written. Crocodile. Which is funny because when I actually changed my username to Crocodile, you know, I didn't even know about the Pokemon. Nor have I ever played, you know, any of those like generations. It was more like coming from like Crooked, which was my username prior to that. But yeah, wasn't me. So all good. I hope you had fun though with Dead by Daylight. Hope it's been going well. It seems like it did, since you beat Crocodile. Hey, the Absolution, welcome in. How's it going? So we are currently at the tail end here of our Hellblade 2 playthrough. Last encounter here really, coming in soon. Dead by Daylight is never fun, you only play to play with friends. That's fair. Yeah, I know what you mean sometimes. Playing certain games more because, you know, your friends might wanna play them together or something.
And as the land healed and the people healed, their fear ebbed. And he saw them start to turn away, to think for themselves, to choose their own path. And I felt his own strength ebb in turn. And he wanted to hold on to that strength, to hold his place in their hearts, their wills. So he made the giants, brought them forth from the shaking earth, the roaring sea, the blinding snow, brought them into being. And the people who trusted him and obeyed him, they saw them too. And saw they had more to fear. He knew he held the key. Make them fear. And you can make them do anything. Make them hate. Make them punish the weak. Make them turn against one another, each on each.
Hold him, Senua. He chose you, Senua.
Hold him.
So brave.
I'm going to kill him.
We will kill him.
There's always someone ready to take his place. You told me that yourself. Might have been me, if I had never met you. You have to show them a different way. You have to redeem them.
How? How do I stop this?
You came to stop the sacrifices. Kill the giant.
His father.
The tyrant.
My father's name
One name.
is only fear.
You will end this. End this, Senua.
End it.
I see through you.
You can't defeat me! I have the strength of stars!
So, dead Senua. And for what? Just for you to die
I kept him safe until you came here.
through him.
You're nothing. They won't hear you.
You can see the truth. Focus. I'm the only one who can control the giant's life. This is the end for you.
Oh fuck, he actually killed me. Man, his damage for like 2 hits and I'm down.
Death with you. You killed my son.
You're nothing. They won't hear you. You see the giants? You fear them.
I see through you.
Are you starting to see my power now?
You can see through him. Why did you come here?
Set them free!
They don't need freedom. They have safety. You can see the truth. Focus.
No. I will shine a light on your lies, and they will see the truth. There are no giants. It's just you, Aletheia.
Something is changing. It is changing. Can you feel it? All he has created. All of golden light. You know what to do. Do it. Do it.
Do you really want the truth? Each person who follows you, you bear their weight on your back. Soon you will do anything to protect them, no matter what pain you inflict on others. And then you will find their belief makes you strong. And you will want to hold on to that strength no matter what. You will become you are your father's daughter.
He brought your people here to murder us. No peace in meeting death with death.
Do you see how they cling to you? Pleading. Do you see how their hands drag you down? You are everything. What would you do to keep them from harm? What would you do for the truth?
She has to say what she has to say.
I choose how to end this.
She couldn't. She chose it.
She's not like him. We are not a monster. You chose death.
She had to keep them safe. Her people. And that's what my father wanted too. His people, he bore their weight. He acted in their name. I see it. And it changed him. Now she knows that we are all our father's children.
I see it now. The darkness is inside me. But not the way I thought.
Yes, feel it.
Yes, you can see it, can't you?
It is his darkness. Not
Your
hers.
darkness.
carves a path for me,
Blood in your bones,
but I can't see where it leads.
haunting you forever.
Part of me wants to let go of the fear. Let go of my shadows. And be free. No more pain. No more doubt. Honored. Loved. Feared. Always true. Always right. Because they tell me so. Keeping them safe. Keeping their belief alive. No matter the cost. Is this my fate? Can I choose my way?
What will we become?
We are not our fathers. There is always a choice. You taught me that.
We will choose.
Together.
You decide.
So I had another look, and yeah, I don't think, or at least everyone says it doesn't have any impact whatsoever who you choose in the woods. I think it's more like to give you the illusion of like that might having an impact. Which is why I chose Fakrama, you know, my first playthrough, because I liked his non-violent ways of solving things. And of course I loved his voice actor. But yeah, it didn't have any impact, I don't think. Crest is very good, great single player campaign and good co-op, however style. Sounds nice, dude. I watched a couple people play it recently on Twitch. I guess because it got released or something. At least I saw a couple more people playing it. And yeah, it looked like most people had lots of fun with the co-op. Playing together. Senua crashed so much, she must be dehydrated. No kidding. Especially in the environments of Iceland, you know. Very harsh environments. Wouldn't be too easy to always have a good hydration going. Very heavy games. Yeah, and you're also very heavy in the games, aren't you? With all those suits that you're wearing. Thanks for GG, Schiller. Thank you, dude. But yeah, that ending boss fight wasn't too easy, honestly. In general, the combat in this game is quite tough sometimes with the timing. Because the whole like perfect parry window seems to be like so short that, you know, if you do it in the moment that you're getting hit, it's already too late, pretty much, you know? So it's gotta be very slightly before getting hit. But if you do it a bit too early, then, you know, just gonna deflect the attack and doesn't really give you any benefit. And yeah, the animation, or the whole combat is very animation based, of course. So if you dodge like slightly too early and he's like in the middle of another animation, then there's almost no way to react to that anymore and, you know, dodge another time. But yeah, on hard difficulty, that meant we basically died in 2 hits there in the ending fight. I'm glad we only had to replay it once though. I'm quite sure I had to also replay it once on my first playthrough on normal difficulty. So I take it as progress overall. We only died 3 times, I think, to combat across the entire playthrough either way. 2 times to the fire breathing guys because we couldn't really dodge their attacks sometimes. And yeah, once to the ending boss. But yeah, we didn't die to any regular enemies though, so I take that as a win overall. Or dramatic but very vague. You thought it would be interesting to see if choosing the other person who was saying violence wasn't the answer, over the other who would have an impact right there. I think that would have been cool to see and would have made sense, and it could have made it work because it doesn't change the fact that Godi has been defeated and thus kind of like losing his privilege, you know, of being the leader. And at the same time, you know, Senua has defeated the fears of the giants. So killing or sparing, you know, the dude shouldn't have that big of an impact anymore. But yeah, would have really aligned well with who you're siding with. Maybe would have been good to have like multiple ways of like opportunities to side with either person. To like give it more depth. Because only choosing one of the persons in the woods, you know, having such a strong impact maybe would have been a bit too much. But it would have been good to maybe have like more choices like that. And maybe the sum of all choices making up, you know, what the ending might be like. But yeah, overall, the game of course is a quite linear experience. So maybe having like one outcome is also a good thing in a way, because it gives us more of an indication of who Senua is as a character, I guess, and what she might be doing. But yeah, I have to say now, having replayed this game, I definitely like it slightly more than I did on my first playthrough. Not that I didn't like it on my first playthrough, I've actually really enjoyed it. but playing now the first or second back-to-back, it definitely raised my appreciation, I think, a little bit for the choices I've made to change Senua in this game, and why companionship became such a strong focus. Because I kind of like the introspectiveness of the first game, and it's still my favorite out of the two. Quite a bit actually, because it's also like a bit more gamey, I feel, you know? Like the second game feels a lot like a cinematic experience, kind of like a reenactment of events, which can also be nice, you know, but in that way I think it's quite different to the first game. Because the first were having very strong cinematics. It didn't try to make the gameplay quite as, you know, yeah, quite as cinematic and making it feel so animation-based, I guess, you know. But yeah, I like both directions, and I think it made a lot of sense of a game to change in the 7 years between the two games as well. And it's gonna be cool now actually being able to watch the feature on Senua's Psychosis, because I haven't watched it the first time I played the game. And I might explain a couple more, you know, of their choices in developing, I guess, Senua's journey further, and how her psychosis might have had an impact on, you know, how she was able to defeat the giants and how she maybe also has been seeing them. So looking forward to have a look at this here. What we need, definitely wood. But I guess you can't have everything. But I wonder if I ever do like a Hellblade 3 and maybe really embrace the whole like leadership aspect, you know? Because of course tease that a little bit, you know, it's like more a Senua's journey of becoming like a, you know, a leader in a way to the people. But you don't see too much of that in action. So the third game could really focus a little bit on her, you know, becoming this new positive example of leadership. Which again should or could also change the gameplay quite a bit and how I might be approaching it. But yeah, I would say let's have a look at this feature about Senua's Psychosis, giving us a bit of a behind the scenes on this game in particular.
Senua finds a unique courage to keep pushing forwards on her quest, no matter what. She sees the world differently to those around her and faces challenges others would avoid. When driven so strongly by one powerful purpose, she will do anything to rid the world of the darkness. This is her life's mission, and she will not stop until she fulfills her quest.
My name is Eddie, and I have lived with psychosis for most of my life. To me, psychosis means living in a different reality. Reality that isn't shared with other people. Often living with psychosis is dark and miserable. While experiencing psychosis, I've got to hear the voice of God, the opposite, seen and spoken with angels, and been to hell itself. Recovery college and peer support really did turn my life around. I thought I would never get better, and yet here I am. The things that Senua experiences in Hellblade are very similar to some of my own experiences. She lives in a reality that other people might find hard to understand. She sees significance in symbols, in meeting people, in all sorts of things that are going on around her. Senua is experiencing an altered state of reality which would be very hard to understand without having experienced it yourself or playing Hellblade.
Lost soul who fought through hell to find us.
You were lost. Not anymore.
Are you ready for what you will find here?
It's difficult saying that it's an illness, that it's not real. Of course, to me, it is. And of course, to Senua, it is. And that's what's driving her to do these amazing feats of courage, to overcome pain and exhaustion, to do what she knows she must.
All the fear.
Everything I've seen, everything I've done, has led me to this place.
We've come so far.
Not far enough. Say it. You are ready. Tell them.
In Senua's Saga Hellblade 2, we tell the second part of the story of Senua, a Celtic warrior who, like Eddie, has experiences of psychosis, seeing the world in a unique way and existing in a reality unshared by others. At a surface level, this manifests for Senua in seeing things that others don't, hearing things that others don't, and having unique beliefs about the world.
My name's Paul Fletcher. I'm a psychiatrist and a professor of neuroscience at the University of Cambridge, and I've been working with the Ninja Theory team on Hellblade and other projects for several years now. I am a clinical doctor, but have also added research and teaching to my role. And in all three areas, I'm especially interested in the human brain and how it strives to make sense of the world, which is complex and changing all the time.
The lake.
Like a mirror.
You can see the
Senua, like many people, experiences psychosis. Now, psychosis is not a diagnosis, although it is associated with a number of medical and psychiatric conditions. But ultimately, it's a loose description of a shift in one's experience of reality.
What are you doing?
Screams of the dead.
There's something here.
They are not.
I need to find out what it is.
They are.
A person with psychosis might experience changes in their perceptions and their beliefs. For example, they might see or hear things that other people can't. And they might come to believe things that are quite uncharacteristic for them. For example, they might feel that somebody, perhaps somebody even very close to them, is intent on trying to harm them. Now, it's very important to remember that this is not just a vague feeling or an imagination. To the person, it feels like their reality, just as everything around me feels like my reality to me. I, like many people, feel that in order to even begin to understand psychosis, we have to start with thinking about how the brain works in general, how it makes sense of the world around it. And when we do that, we're repeatedly confronted with evidence that actually it doesn't just rely on the evidence of our senses, but it actually relies on what it already knows, on its predictions, its anticipations, and its expectations.
Your voices.
Now that might seem like a defect. After all, why would we want to rely on what we already know rather than what the world is telling us? But if we did act simply as passive receivers, we would be completely swamped. We'd be like a newborn infant trying to make sense of the colours and shapes without any way of having a framework to try and understand those colours and shapes. Our senses are bombarded with information from the world that's rapid, it's intensive, it is noisy, ambiguous, unreliable. And if we were to try and make sense of that without imposing patterns and expectations, then it would be like trying to assemble a multidimensional jigsaw without knowing what the picture was on the box. Many of us think that the brain ultimately is an organ that makes predictions. It craves patterns and associations in order to make sense of the world. And without that, we are confronted with a feeling of uncertainty, of anxiety, of distress, even of fear.
They're calling. Something is drawing
Where do these predictions come from? Many of them are actually embedded in the structure of our brain, probably wired there by evolution. Many of them come from our earliest experiences as babies, trying to make sense of this new world that we're born into. Many come from our early childhood experiences, from what we learn from others and how we interact with others, from our parents, our teachers, our friends. We all have a feeling that we're directly in contact with an objective reality, but it's probably the case that what we experience as our constructed model of the world is a blend of the evidence of our senses, but also what we are predicting or expecting from the world. So this blend exists in a very fine and delicate balance, and the weighting of that balance probably varies a great deal across different individuals. But crucially, this balance is what determines how we experience and interpret and act upon the world. And some of them are embedded in shared experiences with others, our society, our culture, our arts, even our religions and our mythologies. So for the most part, this works very well for us and enables us to make sense of the world, but it's also, being a delicate balance, it can be shifted, and it's very easy, even under the most normal day-to-day circumstances, to deviate from objective reality. A good example of this is the hollow mask illusion. All of us are familiar with a mask. We know that it depicts a face and that the inside is hollow. But when we see the mask rotating round and we see the hollow side, there is a deeper prediction, probably embedded in our brain, that facial features tend not to be hollow, that they stick out. And this deeper prediction can override our knowledge that the mask is hollow and make us actually perceive the face as sticking out at us. Despite what we know, the deeper predictions will override this. So for me and many in my field, perceptual illusions like this, which are very common, are really interesting because they tell us something fundamentally about how the brain is making sense of reality using its predictions. But more than that, for me, it's very interesting because it begins to give us a sense of how psychosis might begin to emerge. Psychosis is this experience of an altered internal construction of one's reality. And it seems feasible that this is dependent upon this balance I've talked about between predictions and evidence. And it is probably the case that some people tend to weight their predictions more heavily. This, in many circumstances, is advantageous because it means that they can discern patterns and associations that perhaps other people can't. But if that balance was shifted further by different circumstances, then it may well be that they begin to construct a reality that doesn't accord with the world around them. What might cause that shift? Well, a number of things. It could be caused by stress, sleep deprivation. It could be caused by illness, neurochemical disturbances. It's also the case that our experience will change how we predict things. So a very profound experience, for example, of trauma, could powerfully change the way in which we make predictions about the world and shift us from this delicate balance into a state of psychosis. In the case of Senua, we know that from an early age she was able to discern patterns and associations that perhaps other people couldn't. And on top of that, her childhood and adolescence had a number of traumas in it. her father was abusive and he accused her of being the cause of evil and darkness. Her mother, who had the same capabilities as she did, was actually sacrificed for the same reason. And in addition, her village was attacked by Vikings and her lover was brutally killed. And it's possible that all of these traumas would act on her natural tendencies to topple her into this psychotic experience that is depicted in Hellblade.
With every defeat, the dark rot will grow and soon it will take her soul.
In Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice, we find Senua discovering and understanding her experiences. They're relatively new to her, and the pain and torment feels at its most acute. Having travelled to a new place, with a mind full of her trauma and truth stories of the Vikings, she embarks on a journey of coming to terms with what has happened in her life. Ultimately, rather than finding the unachievable certainty of rescuing Dillion, she achieves certainty in the realization that Dillion is gone forever. She learns to accept his death, and in turn, her experiences of psychosis.
Even in darkness, the wonder and the beauty of this world never leaves us. It is always there, waiting.
In Senua's Saga, we find Senua at a different place on her physical and mental journey. Empowered with the sense that she has overcome her own darkness, she's now compelled to follow a new quest, to save her people from that same darkness.
You smell their fear.
He's here. Death is coming.
Look at the bones.
Death is coming for
Look at the bones. That's going to be you. That's going to be everyone.
In Sacrifice, Senua's psychosis is acute and all-consuming. She is preoccupied and absorbed by her experiences. To some extent, she is enveloped and enslaved by the darkness. She cannot ignore her voices and visions. She's totally committed to the quest within her altered reality. In Saga, there has been some resolution to this. There's no miracle recovery. She still experiences the voices and visions. She still has a changed reality. But the balance of power has shifted. She is the one who is able to be in control. She's able to resist and challenge the voices. She's able to make decisions that much more clearly reflect her own goals.
I see through your lies, and I will show them how to see as I do. I will not appease your gods. I will destroy them.
And in addition, in Saga, she is able to encompass the reality of others. She sees them for the constructions that they are, and she is able to interact with them. And I think that's a very powerful change and a very important area to explore.
They have lost everything.
In Saga, we've had the opportunity to explore the next phase of Senua's mental health journey. One where she's come to a place of understanding, but where she and us as creators have new challenges to overcome. Where Senua's belief system will clash with that of others. Her experiences will play out in the presence of people who don't share her perspective. And where she feels a new sense of power in being chosen for the quest, but also a new weakness, bowing underneath the weight of responsibility that sits on her shoulders.
In Saga, we have once again utilized binaural audio to bring Senua's voices to life. Her furies still travel with her, but their tone has changed this time. She continues to be haunted by her father, and she starts to feel the audio presence of Icelandic myth infecting her mind.
That scream.
That voice.
Something dark, Senua.
You need to go up there.
Don't let them see you coming.
You need to find out.
Don't let the monsters find you.
You can do this, Senua.
To hear the world as Senua does, we spend time with people with lived experiences of psychosis, and also with Paul Fletcher. This made a strong basis of what it is to hear voices, what they say, how they sound, how they change or react to external stimulus, and this paired with all we learned from the first game, Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice, led us to create Senua's own sonic version of reality. To me, it's a privilege to sit in a room to play our game, and as we progress, hear their comments, thoughts and suggestions. Each one provides a different perspective, and I find especially inspiring and humbling to hear from Eddie his own experiences. Especially, I find he has a way of putting very complex emotions, situations, in a very simple yet poetic way, and it's really inspiring for me when I'm thinking in Senua's journey. We use binaural audio to bring 3D space in the headphones. This allows to experience the voice hearing and other sounds with a physical sense. Also extremely important is the performance of the voices, and for that we have been collaborating with Helen and Abby, our Furies. They are the most prominent voices of Senua. The way we perform is important as well, allowing for freedom, movement, creative input from Helen and Abby, and also important to have with them conversation and spend time talking about the journey of our character. There is a lot of time gone into experimentation, so every sound in the game is connected in some way with the emotion that Senua is experiencing as she travels through Iceland, from the sounds of the nature to some of the musical moments.
A sign.
Beyond of its uniqueness or not, I find that for me, something extremely important is to create a connection beyond the game. So in understanding Senua's own reality and going on a journey with her, I hope our players will understand better how people experience reality different, and in doing so, I feel, we break those walls that keep us distant and lonely.
My brothers used to come here to practice fighting. Sneak out. Follow them.
For Saga, in order to bring Senua's experiences of hallucinations to life, it was very important for us to listen to people's real lived experiences. It was then a case of thinking about how Senua's world and reality might look when faced with these types of examples. This would have been impossible without Paul Fletcher and amazing people like Eddie and Kathy, who've been so open and honest about what they have been and do go through on a day-to-day basis. I think it takes real strength to be able to talk about such personal things to a new group of people. On the visual side, we have lent into things like repeating fractal geometry shapes, cymatic patterns, with lighting and post-processing changes to all help reflect the current feelings of Senua. And hopefully, when combined with the audio and gameplay, the player will get a sense of what we are aiming to achieve.
Dying right before your eyes, just like before.
No, this cannot happen again.
You couldn't do anything.
We have to stop it happening. Face it.
You need to face it.
Focus.
You need to look at it.
In Sacrifice, we saw a story of Senua's suffering at the hands of her experiences. In Saga, we're telling a more nuanced story of the next step on her journey. One where she has found a greater balance, but where her experiences are just as strong. Where rather than being a victim to her experiences of psychosis, she is driven by them, on a path that only she sees.
Bringing sin with you. The gods cannot be killed.
One thing that I find very exciting in Saga is that there's an attempt to explore something that is really neglected in my field, which is the experience of a dual reality that some people have. People who have had Senua's types of experience have spoken to me about this feeling that they have their own reality, but they also recognize the reality that others experience, and it can be very confusing, it can be disorientating. And it's exciting to me that the game contains an explicit attempt to portray this experience of dual realities, and I think it'll be very interesting to see how people respond to that.
It's amazing what has been done and what's been portrayed. I think it's really difficult to turn words into what other people might be seeing, but I think I'm always blown away by what Ninja Theory come up with for their games, and I'm really stunned at the quality of the things that she sees and the sounds of the voices that she has. I think they're pretty realistic.
She's getting closer. Yes, she can feel it.
I hope that the game will help people who maybe don't understand psychosis or don't know very much about it to start with. I think by experiencing some of what they will do in the game, I think it brings to life a little bit of what it's like to have psychosis. And I think hopefully people will learn from it.
Now I'm working as a peer support worker, and what that means is that in my case, in the job that I have in my role, it means that I go to see my people, to see my peers. We talk about how things have been. The way that Hellblade has captured the experience of psychosis is nothing like I've ever seen before in terms of its realism, in terms of its fairness to people like me.
And there we go. It was the Psychosis feature on Senua Saga Hellblade 2. So yeah, similar to the first game, they got people with Psychosis kind of like review the game for them and give insight into what might be accurate, what maybe, you know, not so much. We had actually a lot more in the first game, but I think it was more to get like a general impression, you know, of what was to be achieved. And all that knowledge, of course, I could take into the second game directly, so it seems they took like a more intimate approach with both of the people here that have been showcased, and really get into like, you know, yeah, the more like intimate feelings when it comes to the Psychosis. Which might have been a good core, actually. But yeah, it was good to watch it. I actually saw quite a bit of it already, but that was on YouTube, I think. But I didn't watch this as part of my last playthrough, so it was good to see it here again. But yeah, that's gonna be everything for this game and our playthrough. Which means we have now officially finished, yeah, everything up until 810 current era in our historical order run. And that means that the next game is going to be Assassin's Creed Mirage, about 50 years later. We're gonna jump to the year 861. And we're gonna make our way to Baghdad. Quite a journey away. But not for a Viking. Vikings are known to actually get all the way into the Middle East, even, and further. So it's still, you know, you could still say that there's a connection because, funnily enough, you know, the voice actor for Fargrimr, he's of course the voice actor for Sigurd in Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and he even went all the way to Constantinople and meets the protagonist of Mirage there. So in a way, you know, the whole like Viking Age and Mirage will also be connected as well. So transitions quite well. And yeah, I've also decided what I want to be doing with Assassin's Creed Mirage. We of course have done a no hard challenge last time we played this game. What I haven't done yet was a stealth challenge, which I think is quite fitting for the type of game that Mirage is. And it would also, you know, definitely play into like the historical authenticity maybe, you know, of like playing as an assassin and, you know, trying to perform political assassinations basically out of the shadows. So yeah, I would do a stealth challenge with that game, and I will also play it on the hardest difficulty for combat and stealth. Which means enemies are stronger in their damage and resistances. They're gonna be searching for you for longer, and they're also gonna be faster to detect you as well. So I have it as a plan for the next game in the Historic Order run here. Thank you for the GGs, Aura. Thank you, I appreciate it. Yeah, it was great to replay this game yet again. And yeah, definitely props to Ninja Fury, you know, for tackling a topic like this and trying to portray it in a way that pays justice to people experiencing psychosis, and also at the same time, you know, raising the awareness for people that don't know too much about it, you know, me included. Before I played the first Hellblade in 2018, I wouldn't really say that I know that much about psychosis. But it certainly, you know, gave me an idea and a reason to research it more, and yeah, you know, hear people's experiences with it. And it's great that a game kind of like makes us able, you know, to try to understand it better, I think. And to open also a dialogue about a topic that might be taboo in, you know, other circuits. But yeah, so for tonight we're not gonna be starting Mirage anymore though, because I couldn't really, you know, do like a proper session of it. So it will have to wait until next time. But yeah, it was good to take some time to get this game done, and not having to rush through it, you know, and be able to watch the feature was good too. Give it like a proper send-off. That's no worries for the stream whatsoever, Aura. Thank you for being here. And thank you to everyone who joined tonight. I really appreciate it. For this more unusual streaming time. Just gonna have a look here if we can rate someone tonight. Oh yeah, I think we're gonna go rate someone I'm not sure if I got to rate before, and that is the Wonky Gamers. It's a couple that actually games together, and usually one person plays one game and the other another one. Right now, Laura is playing through Horizon Zero Dawn, the first game. No worries, Sheila, thank you for being here. Hope you have a good rest of your night, and hope the grand card collecting went well too. Oh yeah, actually know them for you, Sheila, because I think you rated them before. But yeah, they are definitely fun. I do like their approach as well to the channel, you know, and having like alternating days and games depending on the person that is playing. So yeah, if you want to join us for some Horizon Zero Dawn, feel free to copy and paste those raid emotes. And I will catch you all next time. Until then, enjoy the rest of the weekend. And yeah, hope you all have a good night. Take care.